My heel spur hurts right now. Whew. I'm wearing the wrong shoes, fellas. This is who I am. I'm not a quitter. I'm wearing the wrong shoes. Stare at myself 24/7 because flawless. I'm wearing the wrong shoes. I can't just do YouTube because to me that's boring. What's up, my dirty, nasty, stinky bra? I'm wearing the wrong shoes. For literally, I get jealous. I'm wearing the wrong shoes. I know how to lose weight better than anybody, but I'm not a dirty person. Hello, it is your favorite dainty 500-pound girly pop, and welcome to my new weigh-in video. You guys are about to be shook.
I don't know why, but this is giving off major Jeffree Star vibes.
So today is February 14th, Wednesday, Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. That is why we are wearing some pink earrings. That's why we have a heart here.
I think she looks cute.
So I was debating between these earrings or actually my Barbie earrings, but I don't know. I chose these. So anyways, happy freaking Valentine's Day. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. I personally am. So I want to start off this video by saying I'm sorry there was no what I ate today on Friday.
Yeah, she's totally incapable of holding herself accountable. Even when putting that accountability in connection to other people, like her audience.
I just thought it would have been the most pointless video of the whole world. It probably would have been 1 minute long.
I mean, you said you would do it, so 1 minute is better than 0 minutes.
And you will find out why later on in this video, why I actually did not upload one. But I will say right now that I am sorry for not being more communicative.
I feel like it's the same story every single time.
Is that a word? I'm just sorry for not letting you guys know hey, there's not gonna be a video on Friday. I will try to get better at that.
I mean, you've been doing this for 10 years. I would hope you'd be pretty decent.
So before we get to my weigh-in and what I've been doing this week, etc., we're gonna answer the 3 questions that you guys asked me.
One person or a couple people are asking. Everything else that people actually want to know, she's going to ignore completely and never address.
So the first question is, what diet has made you feel the best physically? I was only a vegan for probably less than a week, maybe 7 days.
I think the infamous clip is like her addressing a comment of someone saying she was a vegan for 4 days, but she's like, no, I was a vegan for 6 days.
So maybe a week. I don't know. It was somewhere around there. It was not long at all, but I just remember feeling literally physically the best. I was lighter on my feet. I literally felt like a feather just floating through the world. It made me feel really, really good, but I wasn't eating the healthiest. My first meals in the day were super healthy. I was eating carrots and hummus and things like that. And then after work, I would go home, because this was years ago. This is when I was actually a PCA worker. I would go home and I would have tons of white rice and beans and Fritos, because Fritos are vegan. And then I would literally binge on Oreos.
To a point, it does not matter what you're eating, because if you're doing it without moderation, then you're fumbling any progress.
But I think something about taking out all of the animal products just made me feel better.
I don't doubt that physically she felt better, but more than likely she also mentally felt better.
But I am not a vegan girly pop. It's never gonna happen.
Amber should say again here.
But regardless, it made me feel physically the best.
She should take some components of veganism then. She doesn't have to fully become vegan, but maybe cutting back on more processed meats would help her feel better. She doesn't have to do the full thing.
So the second question is, how do you feel about the success of Tammy Slayton? So I really wanted to choose this question because I feel like people compare us a lot.
I mean, y'all have history together, so makes sense. It's not like it just happens for no reason.
It's kind of just something that happens on the internet. All fat girls get compared.
There's some shade between y'all. It's not totally surprising why people compare you two or bring you both up.
And that's fine, I get it. But what I feel about her success is happiness. I feel inspired. She motivates me. It's not even just success within her weight. It's just success within who she is as a person. I've always liked Tammy. Years and years and years ago, you might have heard, troll in, throw a shade here and there. But
behind every joke, there is a sliver of truth.
It was never true, authentic how I felt about her. I've always liked Amy. I've always liked Tammy. When I see someone, regardless of who it is, when I see them lose hundreds of pounds, when I see people improve themselves in any sort of way, when I see just success in any way, I'm genuinely happy for the person. It's just seeing Tammy grow and improve in every single way, while also going through the death of her husband. It just is very empowering.
I wish Amber could not only just appreciate the strength that people show, but try to emulate it. Tammy being widowed now and continuing to make progress in her health. It's you can be inspired all you want, all right, but if you're not following it up with action, it kind of doesn't matter in a sense, because you're not doing anything.
And I'm just in so much support of her. It's insane. A lot of people think that I'm jealous of her. No.
Would I say it's 100% jealous? But no, I don't think so. I think Amber's pretty good at hiding stuff. She's pretty sneaky, but I don't think it's 0% either. So I think there's some...
I'm looking at what she's doing, and I'm damn, I can do that too.
I mean, Amber, you've tried so many times. Really? Do you really think you can do it? We all want you to so bad, but it just seems like you don't even think you can. But you keep lying to yourself, thinking, otherwise. And it's just really disheartening, and it's sad because the rational part of you wants to do better. But the irrational part, the binge monster, the part that is addicted to food, just has too much of a control over you and your actions.
She is showing that if she can do it, anyone can do it.
Not her talking that Miss Tammy is a rock bottom from her perspective. I mean, that's definitely not what she's saying, but that's just kind of how it comes off.
Okay, so the third question is, what does your Valentine / crush think of your size? So it seems like every single time I'm in a relationship, this question is like always a question that is asked, which I get it. I understand because it's a thought that I actually have internally.
It's shitty to say, but that makes sense because really, Amber, you are so engrossed. Your personality is tied very much to your appearance, your health. So it makes sense, which is shitty. But again, it's something that Amber knows and she just chooses to never fully deal with beyond getting uncomfortable.
Subconsciously, consciously, I'm aware of the thought. Sometimes I'm not aware of the thought. It's a thought that is always there, so I can understand why other people also think it. But I can safely say, in every relationship that I have ever been in, their answers are always the exact same.
I mean, it's the exact same for what they tell you, what they say out loud.
It's very, I don't see you for your size. I think you are beautiful. You have an amazing personality. And that's exactly what my Valentine said this year. She says that she doesn't see me for my size. I'm beautiful. We always have really good conversation, like no matter what we're talking about. She thinks I'm funny. Like she finds me physically attractive. Just my size isn't something that she sees.
I totally get this. I wonder though if there is any aspect of like a fetish to this relationship, and even the last one, as wifey was, more in a healthy BMI. If and when we see this new person in Amber's life, are they gonna drop some hints that that they like Amber, especially because of the way she looks, not solely because of the personality? Like the personality is just a plus for them.
And trust me, I get it. It's a weird thing because it's like, how do you not see my size? Like it's confusing to me.
Man, if it exists, someone out there has a fetish for it. Okay, for anything. It definitely can be very puzzling when comparing traditional beauty standards.
And it's always the same answer from every partner I've been with. I almost want to say maybe to an extent I understand because it's like when I'm in a relationship with someone, I don't see their flaws. I don't see them for their flaw. I don't.
Okay, full stop. That's bullshit. She definitely does see them for their flaws. She constantly picked on Becky, especially toward the end of the relationship. She, afterwards, spending time with Becky while Destiny was dating Dana, even then she was picking on like dynamics in their relationship. Maybe she doesn't do it super obviously and intentionally to herself. I think that has to do with her just being completely out of touch and unself-aware about how she comes off.
Stop loving them for their flaw or whatever it may be, or something that they're super insecure about. So it's like maybe in the same way that's the way they view me is like, I don't see you for that flaw. I don't see you for that thing that you're insecure about. I don't know, but regardless, my Valentine says that I'm beautiful inside and out, and that makes me really happy.
Yes, that is really a lovely feeling to have. I'm happy that someone is helping you find confidence in yourself. Granted, you don't need anyone to help you find confidence, but it definitely can be easier with a third perspective. You are very pretty, Amber. It's your personality and some of the things that you do that just really make you unattractive, regardless of how you look. Like, even if you were perfect health, super toned, same deal, if you were still had the same personality, you would still be unattractive. So, like, looks is part of it, of course, but personality makes such a huge difference, regardless of looks.
I think genuinely there are just really amazing people out there who aren't shallow and that do see people beyond their weight and their size, etc., etc. But since I am my own worst enemy, sometimes it's hard to believe that. But
everyone is usually their worst critic. If you spend enough time looking at something, you usually end up disliking it or it starts to look off. Like, for example, when I go on to font.com to look for like a font for, something I'm working on, and I type in the word bird to see, the different ways that it would look with various fonts, like after maybe like 75 options or 75 different fonts, it just starts to look weird. And then I start doubting myself. How do you spell bird? Is bird spelled B-I-R-D? I think that's what Amber is feeling, and it's totally valid, Amber. You just have to remember that your perception of yourself is not universal to everyone else.
I have to believe it because I have been in multiple relationships where people really do prove to me, like, I don't see you for your weight. I see you for so much more than that.
Free rent, being spoiled. Granted, you do have a trade-off of having to take her everywhere she wants, but if you're homeless or facing a really bad financial situation, it could be a good deal for someone.
Okay, girly pops, it is time for my weigh-in. The last week I was 515.0, and that was after spending time with some friends that came down for like 5 to 6 days, and I ate more than usual, walked more than usual, which I swell a lot when I walk a lot, especially like when I'm in my car a lot, which I was doing as well. I was also drinking my calories. Like, it was just a lot of different things, and I gained some weight. So last week 515.0, and today, here's my weigh-in. It is Valentine's Day, February 14th. So happy Valentine's Day. So I got a little sneak peek. I stepped on the scale yesterday, and y'all are about to be shocked. So I hope you're ready for it. Hello, it's ready. Okay, stepping on.
501.2 pounds.
Nice. I hope she doesn't go on too much of a celebration where she just keeps indulging to treat herself. Because again, Amber, you can treat yourself without food.
501.2. Oh, and the haters are gonna say that is not real, and I am so excited to know that it is. What? Okay, a lot of you are probably super confused. Like, what is happening? Let me explain. Not only is my mental health right now at the peak that it's been in a very long time, I feel happy. I feel hopeful. I feel motivated. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna get my shit together. Like, I need to get my shit together.
I'm happy to hear that, Amber. Really, everyone just wants you to get better, dude. We've been watching you for like a decade now, just constantly fumbling. And of course, there are the people who don't like you, but the majority of people just want to see you get better because, like, you have the strength to do other things that challenge you, okay? But this is like something that takes multiple tiny steps, and it just seems like you just get discouraged easily and give up.
So I went back to something that is what works for me. I'm only eating about once or twice a day.
Interested to see in her portion sizes.
So I know that's like, whoa, that's crazy. But I feel good when I do that. Every time I ate though, it was a takeout meal. So like an example, if I wanted seafood boil, I said, you know what? I'm gonna get seafood boil. I'm gonna allow myself to have this meal. I'm going to enjoy it, but that's all I'm gonna eat for the day.
I think Amber needs to get to a point where quality is more important than quantity.
And I thoroughly, physically, and mentally feel good doing that. I did go grocery shopping yesterday though, because I know that I can't be eating takeout every single day, even if it is just one meal. So my goal for this week is I'm going to cook daily.
I hope so.
Even if it's just one meal, I just really love to be the queen of moderation. What can I say? So
This woman is too funny.
it's like if I want to order takeout, I want to allow myself to do those things, especially right now, because if I just cold turkey said, no more takeout, no more of the foods that you enjoy, then I'm going to fail. I have done that repeatedly. It truly seems like I lose the most weight when I do this.
Yes, Amber, but this is like a short-term success. Like, you have to keep this up. Like, you gotta delete the food delivery apps, okay? Or put like a lock on your phone or something that prevents you from giving into like late night cravings or such. There's things that you can do to keep yourself on track that maybe your future self will be upset about, but self discipline is the best display of self love.
When I just eat once or twice a day, it is freaking crazy. It makes the most sense. I know, like obviously because I'm eating less. Because if you guys remember, I think it was back in September where I lost like 30 pounds in a month, and it's because I was doing that. I was eating only once or twice a day, and I felt so good.
I'm happy to hear that. Looking forward to her remaining active. Like, she recently went on a mile-long walk, hoping that she continues to get out there, get some sun, move her legs. Even if she becomes sore, you don't have to do it every single day. Or where her legs swell up, maybe start at once a week. And hopefully, as you lose weight, the swelling goes down and it becomes easier and easier for you to get out there, go on a walk without a problem.
But then my mental health got really, really bad, and I started eating more again, and then I gained weight back, and then I haven't been able to get back to that, and then here I am back to that again.
I would love to see Amber keep like a journal of all the things that she's tried and like the durations of it. That would be a very, very good series. Just like seeing her fill up the notebook, and of course everyone wants her to do well, but it's hard to recall things if you don't physically see them. So like recordings, pictures, and things like that. Granted, I'm not sure how many of Amber's vlogs she goes back and watches, but having a notebook could definitely help her see, this didn't work, or this did work, and help her stay on track.
And I don't want it to stop now because I feel so freaking good. But that goes back to what I was saying. Like if I did what I ate today and I only ate one meal,
that's fine, Amber. Show us the one meal. Tell us what you like about it. Tell us why you think this one meal is better than doing something else. What would you have gotten if you didn't just have one meal? Like, it's not boring, Amber. You are the reason we come here. So you just have to put more of Amber, your personality and dialogue into the video. Totally fine to see you only have one meal in what I ate today.
what type of video was that? I mean, I could have turned it into like a eat with me situation, but I was afraid of what you guys would think of that.
Totally understandable.
And I already know the comments. If I would have said, hey guys, this is the only thing I'm eating today, I'm gonna film Eat With Me, I already know what everyone would have said. They would have been like, oh my god, this is a mukbang, your mukbang era is back, oh my god, she has no money, oh my god, look at her eat on camera, oh my god, she's so off track, oh my god, she's lying.
I totally resonate with what she's saying, but at the same time, like, it comes back to her saying that she doesn't pay attention to the rumors, the comments and stuff, but kind of outs herself all the time that, yeah, she does pay attention to those things.
I just don't want to put myself through that. But now that I've explained myself a little bit more, if you guys do see an Eat With Me in the future that is also like, hey, this is what I ate today, that is the reason why.
We would love to see you making content about your food because everyone can tell it's a big part of your life. You really, really enjoy food, and we would just love to see you get in like a quality over quantity mindset.
So I don't know, folks. I feel good. I hope you guys are feeling good. I am literally almost in the 400s, and I am so excited to just finally say goodbye to the 500s.
The easiest part is losing it. The hard part, Amber, is keeping it off. So that's where the consistency and discipline has to take over for you.
So next week, you guys, you might be seeing this here dainty girly pop, hopefully with a 4 instead of a 5 in front of her number, because I'm over it.
I love seeing her this confident. I hope that she can keep this energy up. She needs to find a way to keep herself motivated or keep herself on track.
Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I know how to lose weight better than anybody.
I'm wearing the wrong shoes, fellas. I'm wearing the wrong shoes.